let's get into the news review now. And good morning to you, Raymond.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. And good morning to our new friend on the show, Enimwa Enim Ado. Good morning, Enimwa.
Hi, good morning, Daniel. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Awesome.
And I like the glasses. I like the...
Yeah.
It has a headmistress feel about it.
Yes. That's what we're going for.
Good morning to all of our friends watching us on Facebook Live this morning. And you can always catch us on Joy 99.7 FM, our Facebook page. So before we go into anything else, guys, the weekend was good, wasn't it?
Wonderful.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, I went on a trip to Koforidua. I'll tell you guys about it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I see.
Amazing scenery. Amazing journey.
Business or pleasure?
What's a funeral?
Because the
Because a funeral is not a pleasurable event.
No, unless,
Yeah, but tourism, they categorize trips for funeral and trips for leisure.
Yeah.
So you can say pleasure.
Okay.
Yeah. Great. So let's go on the final, Raymond.
The final is reporting this morning real-time monitoring of telecommunication companies' traffic, privacy red flags flying. And Occupy Ghana is calling for detailed investigation and audit by an independent expert. Also on the front page of that particular paper, the Chamber for Bulk Oil Distributors are proposing special hedging to curtail fuel price increases, details of which I'll be giving you later on the show. And the First Lady is wishing students writing BECE very well this morning.
In the Ghanaian Times, deadly clash at Naduni. 2 die, 13 arrested, and 30 others drowned fleeing conflict. Also, 509,824 candidates begin BEC today, and 146,967 graduates register for NAPCO.
Now, today is reporting this morning, Rawlings addresses June 4 debate today. And we will create jobs and wealth. This is according to a grouping that's in charge of the very important process of NAPCO and Open UGMC now. This is from a former Vice Chancellor, Professor Emeritus Ivan Adai-Mensah. It says immediately, like they know, independence now, not independence in the shortest
So
possible
he's joining
time.
Reginald T.G. Brown's campaign.
Yeah. Oh,
Reginald, you're a big man.
Yeah. They are making it look final year pharmacy student, former vice chancellor, former minister.
No, but Reginald is a big man. Reginald is a big man.
Okay, he's joining the campaign.
Yeah.
And in the Daily Statesman, there's a 10 billion Chinese investment for the northern region. Also, the NPP chairmanship race, Alaji Short steps down for still maintained. The vice president says it's time to leverage resources for economic growth.
Let's do the new crusading guide, and it's reporting this morning. McMenu threatened to sue Ghana Ports and Harbours Workers Union, and also on the front page of the paper, Anas killed JB Dankwa. That's the allegation coming from the member of parliament for Asin. Which one is one Kennedy Japan zone? Is
this the South?
Yes, wonderful. And also on the front page of the paper is Occupy Ghana waits into Kelny GVG saga. That story is also on the front page of the paper. But last one, NPP chairmanship race. I am supporting Freddie Blay. Alhaji Short, who shot in this political career, declares as he... Okay. As he bows out of the I don't know why I'm making it look like.
In the Ghanaian...
Short reach
Short,
was cut
yes,
short.
I know. The Ghanaian Observer, Greater Accra NPP endorsed John Boydu. Banker-to-banker operators pledged to create jobs and wealth for the youth.
Now, the Daily Guide is reporting this morning, Esla sues A+. An A+ is a musician. EC Balls, Amadou Sule clashes with Charlotte Osei. That's on the front page of the Daily Guide too.
And on the front page of the Chronicle, Asuma Banda's MP's shares seized on orders of Ministerial Committee. All dividends are to be refunded plus interest.
A very terrible story on the front page of the Heritage. It says, sacked for being pregnant. Fire service ignores court order as dismissed staff still wallow in poverty. So the people, after 2 months, they are still not reinstated the people. 50,000 you are not giving them yet. That is the fire service in this case.
Great. So Kenny Japong is member of parliament for Asin Central.
Okay.
Asin Central.
Okay,
Let's go ahead.
right. In the Business and Financial Times, fuel imports dip 12% thanks to local gas, and rebasing could boost GDP to 300 billion Ghana cedis.
Let's still do business. Business Day is reporting this morning. Free SHS faces financial crisis. Also on the front page of the paper is fake currency printing chemicals hits Ghana. And I only see dollar on the front page of the paper anyway. But those are the stories on the front page of the Business Day.
Great. So before we go into any of these papers, the headline for me, the biggest story for me, is a text message I received from a friend. But did we do the daily graphic?
Yes, the graphic is the last one. NIA resolves technical challenges. All is set also for this year's and worrying times at EC. Governance experts want action now. So this is an improvement of the other story anyway.
All right. So like I was saying, my biggest story was a text message I got from a friend. He's telling me, Daniel, Kaswa to Nima trotro fare previously cost 4 cedis 20 pesos. It now costs 4 cedis 80 pesos. Circle previously cost 3 cedis 70 pesos, and it's now 4 cedis 20 pesos. Let me read the release put out by the road transport operators concerning the increase in transport fares because of the increase in fuel prices that we have been experiencing recently. It says, even though we would have preferred an increase of 15%, I'm just going to the most essential part here. Even though we would have preferred an increase of 15%, upon consultations with government, we agreed to a 10% increase. Government has assured us that it will continue with efforts to prevent a steep rise in input costs. The fares will cover these types of road transport operations: intra-city, trotro, intercity, long distance, and shared taxis. And this statement is signed by the national chairman of the GPRTU, Mr. Kwame Kuma, and the national chairman of the Ghana Road Transport Coordinating Council, GRTC, Ben Amwabing Pepra. So transport fares are up.
The interesting part is that you're talking about the person who's talking about the difference between the actual price they were expecting and what is the reality on the ground. The release you read out also has a specific section on exactly what the prices are supposed to be. So you were told that if you previously were paying 2 cedi 20 pesos, only pay 2 cedi 40 pesos regardless of the distance you're going. And if you're paying 3 cedi 50 pesos, pay 3 cedi 90 pesos. So they broke it down in a way that people will know how to do their own calculations.
Okay,
sometimes,
so it's standard.
Yes, the calculations are done with some other distance in mind, not necessarily the standard that they want to put it out there. But all of this is on the heels of what is supposed to be the fuel price increases. The only difficulty I have there is that we agreed that we are doing 2 reviews a year. First, beginning, middle of the year. So that's how we review our transport prices.
Yeah.
Just that the fuel price regime is reviewed every 2 weeks. So they look at the average for the period and decide to say whether it will impact it or not. In times past, if fuel price did not impact it, spare parts would impact it. If spare parts did not impact it, some other factors like insurance could impact the pricing regime.
And the exchange rate is always there.
Yes. Okay, so talking about exchange rate is one of the major factors that are actually causing the main factor for the increasing of the fuel prices.
The fuel prices.
This is because the exchange rates has also made oil prices go high, and also made we who are supposed to be buying fuel suffer more. So there is some increase which is causing the Chamber for Bulk Oil Distributors some proposals they want to put across. In that 2017 report, they suggested that the rate at which we are going, watch the prices. 74.51 was how much we were selling Brent crude oil price the world over. Now, this was a couple of days ago. Even though it came down from 76, it actually is far higher than last year, which had 52.25. So the oil prices are going higher. The fear now is that we may be having consistent reviews of the actual price, that is the fuel prices, because we do it every 2 weeks. The consistent reviews may be higher and never stabilize or reduce in this case. So the proposals from the Chamber of Bulk Oil Distributors is pretty simple. They are asking that, we always complain that the taxes on our fuel price is way too high. Now, they are asking that we should review the Energy Sector Levy Act so that you give the president or the finance minister the ability to remove taxes or bring them back as and when they deem them necessary. So when the world price of crude goes high, we remove taxes to stabilize the prices. When the world price of crude comes down, we would also reintroduce the taxes to actually stabilize the prices in a way that's meaningful so that we don't have so much fluctuations as is becoming the problem now.
Bottom line really is how this affects the average Ghanaian, and we are seeing the immediate effects now. Let's hear some persons who had to pay new transport fares this morning and how they reacted to this.
No, I'm not happy about the transportation that they increase because the system is so hard. Even when the government came on power, he promised the Ghanaians that he will reduce the transport for us. But up to now, day and day in the increased petrol, which is affecting the driver. That's why they also take decision to increase their fare. But it's not helping the system.
I am with it because scanning system. It's not every year we are trying to best and it's too much. Because it's a condition. It's a much years than 1 million now. I refer to you because I want to pay so my and I refer you 2 months kind of far therefore, then to mobile beer.
Right, so those are some persons who had to take a trotro to work today, and most of them are complaining. Stay tuned to the Super Morning Show today. We'll be going a bit further into this issue, and if you have taken a trotro or a taxi this morning, you want to tell me the new price that you have paid and what you used to pay, send that message in on 0244 340 437. Wherever you are in the country, we will be talking about how you got to work or your destination this morning. Another issue that is going across the nation this morning anymore is the BECE this morning.
BECE, yes, which starts today. So this year there's 509,824 students who are taking the BECE from 16,000 schools. Now that's an up 8.9% from last year. So obviously there's more children getting into school. There's 66 visually impaired children, which I find very encouraging because obviously people are being encouraged to pursue an education regardless of disability, and allowances have been made for them. So that's awesome. There's also software that has been introduced which is going to detect cheating in both the objective and subjective tests. So please don't cheat. If you're listening, believe in yourself. You can do it. The other thing that's different about this year is that the students will be choosing their schools after the exams as opposed to before. They're going to have 3 weeks after the exams to choose their schools, and they'll be offered 5 choices instead of 4. This will be the second batch of students who are going into the free SHS that was brought on. There are 475 SHS in Ghana. So on an average, there's going to be about 1,075 students per school. So that would be interesting to follow. The things that we're concerned about is those who will fail, those who will be enrolled but will not be able to afford even the journeys. You know, if as Raymond was saying earlier, if you're in Accra and you get a school in Upper West and you can't afford to go. So we'll be watching that story to see how the government is going to support children to actually get into school and enjoy the free SHS that is being offered.
Of course,
so good luck.
Good luck to all of these students. We'll also be going across the country during the show to find out the state of preparedness, how the students are doing, how the invigilation is going, time they start. And Raymond, really, we don't really analyze BECE results year on year because of the unique standing system. But when I was reading about it this morning, I found it a bit worrying, the fact that your performance is based on what everyone else did and it's not really a unique system.
Yes, but the difference is that they use that to cure a previous system where extremely wonderful schools were making a huge difference when it comes to those in the private and public schools. So this is like a leveler, so that we determine standards as and when the year goes by, and not necessarily based on what has happened within a particular year. And they gave very good reasons for it. Just to say that within a period, it is also guaranteed that we are close to 29%, between 25 and 29%, who were previously placed in various senior high schools but never enrolled. Those were the people that the free SHS was supposed to cure. So we had close to 115,000 within the 2016 academic year who could not enroll. In the next year, we understand 90,000 of them were brought back on and they were given the opportunity to enroll in this particular case. So we still have less than 30,000 or so who could not enroll or probably left to the private schools in this particular case. But there are so many reasons that can be cited for that. The other new concern that parents are having is the post-examination choosing of schools. If it's not too close to the time the students will have to go to school, because sometimes there's a big problem with when to choose, how to choose, and how long it will drag for me to get to choose a school that there's a silver lining. you know how you perform in the exams
Exactly.
before you go and make
choose
the choice.
school,
you know.
Yeah.
So you can
your
kind
hopes
of make
as
an
against your
informed-
reality.
Yeah, you can make an informed decision.
So at first you used to live by faith, now you live by sight.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go into other issues.
Yes.
And the NIA, finally, we are hearing they resolved the challenges.
Yes, they say that, well, what prevented them from not being able to issue the cards May 28th? You remember I said here? And I said that it's almost 20 minutes to 7 o'clock, so we should expect them to actually start registering right away.
I'm telling you.
And it didn't happen.
And people went in queues. when they-
Yes, I didn't misinform them. But they say as of Wednesday, they have fixed the problem. They cannot say it's sabotage because that's not what they are even looking at in the
Okay.
first place. As of Wednesday, they have fixed the problem. But this is an important question. When the graphic asks when the NI officials should be expected on the field, Professor Atifwa said, listen, we are ready and we will get into the community. And when we get into the community, you will know. We shall, like the leper who was cleansed by Jesus. When that happens, Christ said to him, go and show yourself to the priest. Now, you know, Bible quoting has become very interesting.
Yeah, you know,
So,
you know.
it isn't clear when they are going to be there, but they say that they've registered some people already. And he also indicated that they've actually done some registration, which is currently happening. And when they are in your community, you will get to know. They don't want the situation where they roll out big time and there's a slight problem. Then they have
Okay.
to withdraw and do all the things again.
But he did not tell us where the registration has taken place.
Yes, he didn't tell us that yet. But I'm sure those people have been registered. They will know that.
Please, if you have a
registered.
Ghana card, take a picture of it and send it to me, right?
Yeah.
0244340437. Today, I'm asking a lot from the
Yeah,
listeners,
you
but-
are.
Yeah, no, but whatever be the case, the Ghana app for the Ghana card, we want to see
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
He also
If you have one,
clarified
take
the
a picture of it and send it to us.
cost structure. He clarified and said that the 1.2 billion US dollars that's been said is actually for its 5-year cycle of the PPP. There will be initial commitments made, and later on, they are going to, as a matter of fact, get the people to pay for it through services. So services like when you lose your card and you're going for another one, you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
When the foreign people are actually registering, they have to pay for it. And other services, that validation of ID cards by the various service providers will also be paid for. And that's what's going to make up for the 1.2 billion. Except so that Dr. William Aji is doubting whether or not with a huge expenditure element in this 1.2 billion, they'll be able to make up for the difference in there.
Okay.
He cites the reasons why we still are not using the voter ID card and relying on your, how do you call it? The birth certificate and the passport as a criteria, as a very difficult one. But we'll see how they roll out, when they roll out anyway. That's
Okay,
well,
but they've
that-
already rolled out. That's the point. That's what they are saying.
Yeah, when they roll out.
Yeah, so
When you
please.
see them.
All right, anyone take us to
Yes,
NAPCO.
the NAPCO. So 146,967 graduates have applied for the 100,000 jobs available. The site is closed now. There's no more applications being taken. 28,000 people missed the deadline, unfortunately. However, Dr. Ibrahim, who is the coordinator for the program, says a month is enough, and so there will be no extension. The beauty about this is that Dr. Ibrahim, who is the coordinator and a presidential staffer at the office of the vice president says there is no protocol list anywhere. Do not be deceived into paying anyone for such favors, as there is none. So the story of NAPCO is fairness and no intervention. However, there is a panel that has been set up to assess applicants' sustainability, whether they'll be able to do the jobs. That's where we're asking the question, that what is the criteria for the assessment for sustainability? It has not been released. We have no idea, but we're having faith that, like they have said, there'll be fairness and there will be no intervention.
A lot of faith going around this morning.
Yes.
Thank you very much, guys. Let's go online. And the online news review is brought to you by Zenith Bank in your best interest, Goyle Good Energy, and Selma Court, managed by Western Wealth Properties. Live your true comfort. Now, buy your MTN Ghana shares at Zenith Bank and become a proud shareholder of leading provider of mobile telecommunication services in Ghana. Share prices are going for just 75 Ghana pesos per shares. Purchase a minimum of 10 shares and multiples of 10 thereafter with this amazing offer. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide with a valid national ID for a hassle-free purchase of your MTN Ghana shares today. For further information, talk to us 24 hours via 0302 680 884 or 0542 000111 or on ZChat, our live chat service at www.zenithbank.com.gh. Alternatively, contact us on Facebook and Instagram. Zenith Bank, in your best interests. Now, Ghana's #1 indigenous oil marketing company, Goil, gives you innovation that takes you further. The new Goil Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes. These expertly crafted lubricants work excellently with all modern petrol and diesel engines, provide superior cleaning and protection, reduce fuel consumption, prolong oil change intervals, and enhanced engine performance. New Goil Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes. Engineering innovation for your vehicle has arrived and is available at all over 330 Goil filling stations. Goil, good energy. Now, when your landlord says your rent is due and you don't have any money, don't worry, be happy. Run to Selma Court located at Katamanso and move into your own dream house today. Are you a regular salaried worker or business executive whose income can be verified? Then run to Selma Court today and sign the offer letter, and our finance partners will pay for you with no deposit and no hidden charges. Remember, terms and conditions apply. This offer is valid up to 30th June 2018. You can also build your own dream house on our Selma Springs premium plot at Tema Community 25 and Pram branch. Selma Court is managed by Western World Properties Limited. You may contact us on 0545 558 988 or 0545 559 928 or visit our website on www.selmacourt.com or email us at info@selmacourt.com. Selma Court, live your true comfort. We'll begin with myjoyonline.com. Raymond, it has that story that you just brought us on the head of NIA, Prof. Kenatefa, speaking about the price of the Ghana Card project. This one says Ghana Card projects cost $293 million, not $1.2 billion. Prof. Atefa fires confused Kennedy Ejapong. Executive Secretary for the NIA, Prof. Atefa, has described as false claims by a Central parliamentarian that the ongoing national identification project cost the nation $1.2 billion. According to Prof. Atefa, the entire project, which includes the issuance of a 148 kilobyte capacity chip and multi-purpose Ghana card, will cost $293 million, of which $124 million will be charged to the Ghanaian taxpayer, while the remaining $169 million will be borne by the Identity Management Systems, a subsidiary of Margins Group. Raymond, you want to say something?
Oh, no. I mean,
you raised his head like you wanted to say something. Anyway, this explanation is in reaction to allegations by the governing New Patriotic Party (NPP's) MP that Mr. Atefa, Prof. Atefa, has engaged in corruption, thievery, and fraud in the award of a contract. So, I was listening to Kennedy Japon on Bedroom, a recording of him on Bedroom. He said that he had some businessmen interested who offered about 50 million to do the same project.
So the over 200 million is still more than the 50 million.
Exactly, that he mentioned. NDC to Climax Unity Walk with Mammoth Rally in Aflao on Saturday. If you want to go there, you can join them on Saturday. BBC says popular Danish actress Bridget Nelson reveals she is pregnant at 54. Amazing. God is in a miracle business. Okay, let's take these important messages. BBC News at 7 joins us. Anyone, it was great having you this morning.
Thank you.
Please come tomorrow. All right. The BBC News comes up after this.